Hey, Mika.
Bicycles. Yeah.
I'm glad that you'll share a table with me.
I'm glad that you'll share a table with me, Ryan.
So we, backstory.
Yeah.
We did a little Destiny stream yesterday.
Also,
Fuck you, all right? Well, yes, backstory, we did a Destiny stream yesterday, and Ryan decided it was a great time to be an asshole to me.
look, I was in a dark place.
It's fine, I understand.
I woke up to a dead dog that morning. It was not a good morning.
No, it's not a good morning.
And the way it compounded with the fact that night before I got home and I got jeffed with fucking Roomba.
Yeah, dog
What?
shit.
It means
Oh, no.
that's when a dog
Roomba
shits on the
plus
carpet and
dog
the
shit.
Roomba's like, I'll take care of it.
Oh,
I'll clean it up. It's like
No.
some sort of Rosie the Robot if she shit herself and smeared all over the
Pretty
walls.
much,
And the
yeah.
Jetsons are like, Rosie, stop. She's like, I've got it.
sorry for your loss.
Well,
Hey,
it's
at least
cool.
he didn't-
Here's the thing. The one bit of humor left in it was, and it's an odd place to derive it, but you then have to explain to a 5-year-old where the dog went.
Mm-hmm.
So my son's interpretation of what happened to the dog. My son watches a lot of, there's a show called Trucks, and I guess as trucks get older, they get rusty.
Okay.
So his interpretation was, Quigley went away, he's gone to heaven. When dogs get older, they start to get rusty. And when they get rusty, you have to put them in the crusher machine to get all the rust off. See, this is where he diverged from the line that we had given him.
right.
He went off book a bit. And so you put him in the crusher.
Kind of chose his own adventure.
He really, he took a turn, which... I sometimes I think that he lives in a more interesting world than I live
Also,
in.
if he's okay with that reality,
He's okay
the
with that
actual
reality.
Dog dying,
isn't
yeah.
that bad.
To him, no, it was fine. The crusher transported Eli into, or not Eli.
God,
Whoa.
Transported Quigley into the next life. So
I'm surprised you're into work the next day.
it's his perspective on it. I think was better than ours.
This is also now, this is the same, your son had a similar revelation. He had a dream once where he didn't want to get sucked into the sky.
Yeah,
What?
Yes.
there was several. I don't know if it was a dream or what started it, but just one night he said, "I don't want to go into the sky, Daddy." That was the last thing he would say to me every
Your
night.
response was?
Don't worry about it. You'll be fine, buddy. It's okay. Well, you won't go in the sky.
Okay.
And that persisted. Don't know where that came from. Persisted for months. Last thing he would say every night, I don't want to go in the sky, Daddy. I want to stay down here. I'm like, okay. Don't worry about it, son. You'll be fine.
I swear, kids.
Stay away from the crusher. So I think he burned
Yeah,
him after the last
he spent
episode.
half an episode under a fucking tree or something.
Seems like a fucking blast. That set is
It's a hell of a
Seriously.
incredible.
Yeah.
Because the Rishi's podcast set is coming any day now.
Ah, dude. And it's
day.
funny you mentioned that. So there's a new set?
No,
apparently?
we had a joke. The new thing is now we're just saying that was a joke and there's no new set.
Yeah.
So if a set ever shows up, we'll sit there and talk on it. But so far, not so good.
At this point, you were fooled by yourself.
Yeah.
You really thought it was going to be there.
Here's my fucking mistake. I said to Gus, we should do something. And that's the last thing you should ever do to Gus, because if Gus ever thinks you're trying to make him do something, then it's no way. He's not fucking
he
doing
digs
it.
in the heels.
Dude, he's so fucking stubborn. It's unbelievable.
Yeah?
He just thinks that he'll even if it's a great idea, he won't do it because you told him we should do
See, I
it.
feel like
Wow.
like he and Jeff are very similar in that manner, and Jeff has he's just gotten tired. He doesn't have the fortitude to maintain that, but Gus still does.
Mm-hmm.
He's a couple years younger, and I feel like he's still got a little bit of fight left in him to just be a stubborn piece of shit. He's good at it.
Well, plus, Jeff's always going to try to avoid being the authority figure.
Right.
Yeah, 'cause
Oh, yeah, you
he's
know.
the anti-authority figure, so
Yeah.
it's kind of tough
Oh.
when it's like, he's like, gonna wrangle all you fuckers and try to tell you guys what to do. It's like, I'm sure he must go home and be like, how did I end up here?
I mean, he'll do it in the middle of wrangling. Like, all right, do that. Nah, I don't fucking care. I don't fucking care. Fuck you. Do whatever. I don't fucking give a shit. Especially now. Now, forget about it. Now
He's an
it's
adult.
Now it's like, hey, Jeff, we're gonna do it. I don't fucking know. Ask Lindsay. I don't know.
It's his go-to line
I don't
these
know.
days, isn't it? It's just like,
It's
I'm
like
not the
it's
boss.
like Jeff will
Lindsay
come
is.
in and he'll still dabble like old Jeff boss. Like, okay, here's what we're gonna do today. We're gonna do this, this, and this. And I go, oh, that's cool. Should we do this though? I was thinking this would be good. Don't fucking tell me. Tell Lindsay. I'm like, okay. So now he has the ultimate defense where he can still say things, but the second you direct it at him, he's like, fuck you, motherfucker. That's not my job. Don't talk to me about
That's my
this.
line, it's my line.
Don't talk to me about scheduling videos. That's not my job anymore. Here's what we're gonna film later today. He goes back and forth. He's a fucking shapeshifter now.
It's a transition.
Yeah,
It's tough.
it's transitional
Tough to
phase.
make. How are you dealing with the transition?
To the ad read?
Yeah,
well,
I'm
like,
gonna transition to
you're
this
going-
ad read right now.
You can read the ad, but then afterwards I want to hear about like
Okay.
you going home with your boss every night.
Yeah, it's
That's an awkward transition.
Yeah.
It's fine. This episode of Off Topic is brought to you by Audible.com. Audible.com is the
Yeah, it
leading,
is.
the leading provider of audiobooks.
Do you ever
She's a
go
hot
to
dog.
the place that's on?
It's a hot dog.
Yeah,
It's a hot dog.
up by Fry's. Listen, okay.
I'm not
you
even
ever
sure
been
what
there?
you're referencing.
I will. I'm gonna message you. You don't follow me on Twitter, so I will text you. But there's a place up on Metric that you should go. It's incredible. It's incredible.
Okay, I'm down.
They have this thing
I'm gonna go
called.
pee-pee. You guys vamp.
They have this thing called Hot Chubbies, Michael.
Excuse me?
Chubby? Wait, Matt, you turned him around.
What's up?
It's basically just like a little dome of dough and then cheese and meat on the inside. So it's so good.
Where is this?
Jack, I guarantee Jack knows about
I
this
bet
place.
Jack does. Jack
That was
knows all
actually
those
the first
places.
person who indoctrinated me on kolaches was Jack, of course. He's like, oh, here, let me give you the lowdown.
Is that your Jack voice?
Yeah.
That's pretty.
Yeah.
Fucker's getting slim.
Dude.
Yeah.
It's upsetting. It's the end of an era. Like the fat fuck jokes, you know? Hey, I have confidence. He'll get back up there. You know, give him a couple of years. But right now,
Wow.
he looks great.
I knew it was gonna click at some point. I didn't know when it was gonna be.
Marriage.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
assumed at some point was
He's going
Katie
the other
like,
way.
fucking fat. I'm assuming, I don't know this for a fact, but I'm assuming she was just like, Jack was like, hey honey, I'm home, and she went, "Bleh," and threw up. I'm guessing. But I mean, hey, great for him.
I had a buddy in college that I would hate going to bars with because we go to like two-stepping clubs. It's Texas, so we go to country dancing clubs.
Jesus.
Because the guys wanted to dance with girls, and I had a buddy. I'll come up with a name for him. Bruce. His name was Bruce. And it wasn't
Bruce
Bruce.
Utterback.
Don't want to give full
What's your
first and last name?
No,
everyone?
not for this one. And I knew every time we'd go with this guy to a fucking club, to a dance club, he would get in a fight every single time because he would get super drunk. He was a big dude, he was pretty heavy, but he was also like 6'7". He was just a huge person, but he was also overweight, just a big dude. And first of all, guys would always want to fight him because he's the biggest guy around. That was the thing. But then he would do this other thing too, where he'd get super drunk. He'd go in the bathroom, and he would be pissing next to somebody, and he'd feel like, I guess he wanted to get into a fight. And he'd be sitting there pissing. Michael, you can attest to this. He'd lean over, and he'd look at the guy next to him and he'd go, hey, buddy. Nice cock. And it was just like, we'd be sitting there at the club, and all of a sudden Bruce would, the men's room door would open, and they just come out fucking they go into the first table, and they go down, it's like, Bruce must have told somebody they had a nice cock. So, and I think the last time I saw him, was like in the Crime Stoppers like page
Oh,
where like
God.
he had defrauded
Ooh.
somebody or something like that for like a bad check or something. So
Yeah.
he was
Poor
like
Bruce.
a mugshot.
That's not girls.
No, that's a totally different scenario.
Yeah.
You can't let women be getting together.
No.
This is what I've
They will
discovered.
team
They
up
become more
against you.
powerful. It's
In-
like Voltron.
Sober,
Yeah,
sober for the most part, they hate each other for no reason. Like you're a woman, I
Unreasonably,
fucking
yeah.
hate
Yeah.
you.
But when you're
then you get
drunk-
one drink and I'm like, ah, no!
And then they, like,
and
team-
it's like I love you, and my sole mission is to make sure no dick gets anywhere near you tonight.
Yep.
For no reason, and for no reason, you're gonna be like, yeah, protect me from dick, even though
Every
that's why I'm
girl-
probably out here for.
Every girl is like girl vigilante for every girl in the
weird.
bathroom. It's really weird. There's a weird transformation. It's like, I will protect you because you're my bonded sister. And that's all it is the rest of the night, and then every guy is fucked.
I like combining
a
your two perspectives here.
The girl friendship chart looks about the same as the BAC chart, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay,
It's
got
like
it.
the friendship goes up the drunker you get.
It's like also if you're a girl and you're going out and you know you're gonna get drunk, it's like to-do list. Like 1, make friends. 2, dick.
Usually it's
Lots
like
of dick.
it's like
Lots of
it's
dick.
like before you go out, it's like step 1, hate women.
Step
and then
2,
and then
best
it's like
friends.
step 2, drink. Step 3, love women.
And then step 4, get fucked. Just get fucked tonight.
In
How
this
long has
metaphor.
this gone over? Because I've had to pee for like
I mean, there's no
45
such thing
minutes.
as
You could just
over.
leave.
All right, I'm
Yeah.
It's not over till it's over.
So that'll be this week's episode.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
You know, we talked about a lot of issues here.
So now that Mika's
Guys,
gone,
when-
can we talk about black people?
Did you know? did you know?
out of the finger.
Did you know she was black?
No clue.
Dude, I'll be honest, right over my head. I was like, what is she talking about?
Just totally missed it
And
this
she
entire
was
time.
like, when,
She's also a girl.
yeah, dude. She mentioned breasts, and I was like,
I
what?
I want to know like what's the thing that Ryan has with this Diet Coke?
This
he
is a different
fucking
one.
destroyed it.
He's
Look
totally
at it.
like torn it apart.
So it's just, I have to
Check that,
you know,
you son of a
something to-
bitch.
I did it pretty quietly too until that.
Well, kind of quietly.
part. Yeah, but, you know,
Hey, This was great. Hey, thanks for being on, Bernie.
Yeah, I'm
You had a
so
lot to
happy.
say this time.
I'm so happy.
Usually
that
you're
you
like,
had
you
it off
come, you
topic.
give me money. You didn't pay me anything this time, but you were on the show at
He
least.
paid you in time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
If you
I
wanna-
usually don't come in and roll dice for fucking
if
30
you wanna,
minutes. But
You don't. You're a lot smoother
With
than that.
Trevor.
If you wanna, tip the host,
I don't have
be
my
like,
wallet.
oh, well.
I literally don't have my wallet. I checked earlier to see. Here,
Great.
you can have my dopey car fob.
Oh yeah.
He's giving you his
Dumbest thing
car.
Oh yeah.
So stupid. So dumb.
Tune in next week, where I'll drive on into your homes, 12 p.m. Central. Somebody else will be there. I don't know, it'll be some other people with me, whoever shows up.
Look how much Jeremy's hair pops in these lights.
My hair's really bright in these lights.
Damn, it looks
Wow.
way different than in person.
That's like full on green screen.
I'll be honest,
yeah.
it looks good. I might punch you if it looked like that in person.
Do we have?
It doesn't.
Control room.
It's bright.
Control
I mean,
room. Do we have the key back there? Can we key out his head?
Just the rest of the
Yeah,
podcast,
just like
we lose
just
the
make.
logo and
Yeah, no,
Jeremy's
just
head.
make it completely
Well,
invisible.
they can't key midstream.
Also,
sure they
if
can.
you could, don't key out
doubt
his head
them.
for the rest of the podcast.
Yeah,
that
it's
seems
funny.
a bit much.
Like get like an image of like a brain.
It's just
and
gonna be
put it
black,
behind him
yeah.
and see if it'll just like.
That would
I
be
feel like
funny.
you're asking a lot.
And then just
right
track
now.
the brain wherever you
Yeah,
move
yeah.
his
Well,
head.
no, if you make it big enough, anywhere he goes, he should still be in front.
Right.
of it.
Okay. Listen,
I think green when it fades looks like
I can
swampy.
appreciate a stupid, I mean, really not, it's like a ton amount of effort, but like a stupid effort on someone's part for a dumb joke, i.e. having a prom in the middle of
Exactly.
Yeah,
like it's
yeah.
the same thing of like.
Which, by the way, the RT Life just came out. of
Yeah,
that.
it came out this
did?
week.
Live Action somehow managed to scramble together a video from that.
Well, there's some extra stuff in there too that wasn't in.
I mean,
the
most of
off-topics.
it's all extra stuff. There's
Okay.
like 30 seconds of the podcast in there, maybe like a minute, but it's like
Yeah.
a 4-minute video of like mostly just extra stuff. She cried when she met Meg. I didn't know that, Kylie.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Meg hit her?
Yeah. Meg was like, "You don't come for my man next, bitch!" And then she just fucking hit her. I couldn't believe it, but she looked great. I mean, like the bruising wasn't too bad at all when she.
Yeah,
went on
I
the
mean, makeup.
podcast.
We have makeup.
yeah,
artists.
makeup
Yeah,
does
yeah,
wonders.
Take care of it, man.
And someone's like, "I'm killing the cameras. Hang on." Meg just fucking went nuts.
So what color would you guys be if you had to do that?
Like, would it have to be like a non-natural color?
I was like, look at the glass.
That's awesome.
Honestly, the rest of the podcast, let's leave that going. Like,
Dude.
I was like, I
the
looked
beer,
over
the beer is incredible.
happening in real
I know,
time.
but look at the glass. Look at the logo. Look
Yeah.
at the logo. That's
so
awesome.
What other green things
That's
do we have?
fucking
I
incredible.
looked over, like, and out of the corner of my eye, I saw my hair was blue. And I was like, what just happened?
This is the advantage of having an
Whoa.
actual,
Yeah.
actual fucking
If
broadcast
you're
crew.
listening to the audio version of this podcast, please at least watch it just to
Jeremy's
see that.
hair is
My
wildly
hair
changing
was
colors.
changing hues big time.
that was actually a really cool.
Oh, it's going
effect.
slower now.
That was
It's going
cool as
slower
shit.
now.
If we get some spray dyes before the end of this podcast, I'll do it right now.
Nice.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright.
I like, you know
Well,
what I like?
this is a
that-
2.5
that
hour
not only-
podcast.
Not
Yeah.
only did, like, Gavin will do dumb shit, like, for the audience, but he just issued a challenge to anyone in
Yeah,
the
yeah.
studio, like, broadcast,
The other
or
day-
someone watching, and it's just like, bring me a can and I'll do it.
The other
probably
day,
I
have
know where
some,
you're going
honestly.
with this.
yeah, the other day Steffi came in and was like, all right, I'm doing an office supplies run. Do they all need me?
It was a pretty
Sharpies.
funny run in general.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
she goes to Jeff and he's like, vodka. Then Ryan's like, paper towels. And I go, Ryan, we have paper towels right there. And he goes, it doesn't matter. We always need more paper towels.
It's true,
He's such
it's
a
true.
fucking dad.
And then someone else said vodka.
And then I went, vodka. And she goes, no, I got Jeff's. I'm like, another vodka.
And then it went to me, and I was like, cheese in a can.
Yeah.
Spray cheese. And
Yeah.
she was just like, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then she came back with spray cheese.
Yeah.
Right, with
This
all
is
of the
awesome.
items.
Yeah.
Yeah, and everything else too. And we made a video.
We cut
Yeah,
it. We
we
made
did.
an RT Life out of that spray cheese.
That spray cheese did not last
That you
very
desperately,
long. That was,
desperately wanted to shoot
was there
inside
and
of Cheap and
gone.
Hunter, and I argued with you, no.
Thank
Well,
God.
yeah,
You
you
have
weren't
to
even
go
there.
outside.
I'd never seen cheese under such high pressure.
Neither
before.
have I. Let's find out outside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was just Gavin and me in the office when he came up with the idea. And I was just going, Gavin, there's going to be cheese everywhere in this office.
Basically, I like
and
to
in
push-
a week, that's going to be the worst smelling thing.
I like to push my luck when it's just Jeremy in the room.
I know.
Yeah,
I
'cause
know.
then you can blame
You won't
me.
get away with
Yeah,
it. with
he's the only
me.
person who would be like, no, you're an idiot. Jeremy will
just
just be
like,
like, I don't
maybe.
know, it might be a bad idea. And I'm like, shut up, little Jeff.
Yeah, it's true. That's what happens.
Yeah, we are very close to the bar
what's
today.
up with
I'm not
it?
sure what happened here.
No, don't worry about it.
Gavin's
But,
ass is
Oh, Gavin, they
Oh, that was
already have
quick.
the can for you.
Oh,
it
there we
is already
go.
here.
What?
Yes.
Right there, look at that.
What?
Is it-
Impossible.
What color is it? Yellow?
Yellow.
Oh, Gavin's going Super Saiyan!
It's the worst color?
Well, to be fair, you didn't specify a color.
brag it, yeah.
You said anything. Don't spray it towards us. Don't
Yeah.
spray it in your own
You gotta
beer.
do it like in front of us or something.
Good.
Well,
Or over there.
I
Do it
can't
over there.
myself. so
That's
I'm
true.
gonna-
You
Alright.
should do it, Jack. You're right next
By
to
the
it.
way,
How long does it take to come out?
I think you wash it out, right?
Yeah, I think it's a washout.
Yeah.
Don't read it. It's
Don't
wash
read
out.
it. Hopefully it's
a
it
washout.
washes out.
Permanent, right? Okay.
All right. Should we do this now, or do you want to save this
Oh,
for
make
later?
sure you just do like, nah, fuck it, do it now.
Do it
Make
now.
sure you do like the top, like just the top
Let's
bit
get
of
someone
it.
over
Stand
here
like
on
right
the
up
floor.
in
You
front
can't
of the
make it
table
look
here.
good
Let's
in any
do it,
way.
like, where's a good way?
Well,
we can place
that's-
the
Let's-
I mean, it all looks good. You're on a set.
I'm gonna go ahead and put the drinks back here just to try to avoid.
Hang on, I'm gonna wait for broadcast to catch up to you guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're putting them on point today.
You really are. Oh, that's a great shot. That's a great shot right there. And he's gonna blast it.
It's gonna come
probably
right
towards
at us.
Do I need a
Direction.
Yeah, you're good right there. You got it.
Can I spray it in your eyes? Is that important? Do not use near flame or open source of ignition. Do not use while smoking. Protect from sunlight.
Done.
Avoid spraying in eyes, ears, nose, or mouth.
Dude, you might want to cover that big schnoz.
You're gonna have to commentate because we're not mic'd.
Okay, I got
Jack's
cookies.
probably fine.
What are we thinking? Are we thinking like right down the middle, or what do we want to do?
I don't know. I figured you do the little J, like the top half,
We
or you could do the
Rufio style,
middle.
where we've got like the 3 lines.
Yeah,
Yeah.
start-
Gav, eat. Oh!
Here we go. I don't know how far away do I keep this? Screw it.
Just do it. You'll figure it out as you spray. Okay, so Jack is now spraying Gavin's hair blonde. He's screaming. Oh, that is yellow.
Oh, it's yellow.
That is not blonde. That is the color yellow.
Wow,
It's just like spray paint. I mean, you got some on your forehead.
Yeah.
sure.
Dude, he's not covering his nose. The biggest hole on
good
his
turn
face.
towards the
It's
camera.
like walk the moon right now. That's pretty good. All right, there we go.
Dude, I love when Gavin's in the office.
Yeah.
It's
This-
like smoke's coming out of his head.
This has been this week. Oh, it looks great.
Oh, it's
It
dripping.
looks great.
It's
fine,
dripping.
It's fine. It's fine.
I'll try not to get it.
Yeah, get the side. Get the side. Okay, usually audio is fine. You
Yeah.
really gotta watch the podcast this week.
Yeah.
Yeah. This
It's a visual podcast.
It's a suggestion, but it's a good suggestion. Gavin is
Oh
going
my.
fucking punk right now.
Oh, Gavin.
Yeah, make sure they connect in the back,
it's got to be like a strap.
like a fucking VR helmet or like the VR strap.
Yeah, there we
Dude,
go.
I can see it
Well,
all dripping.
Oh
on
man,
your
that's the end of
head.
that shirt.
It is.
All right, there we
That
go.
is the most liquidy spray I've ever seen.
I think you're supposed to hold it a
Yeah, I
little
think-
further away than
Yeah,
what Jack did.
Oh, look at poor
Gavin,
me. I got
sit down
some
and look at
stuff
your
on my
forehead.
hand.
Look at your forehead. Cut to Gavin's camera.
There's your thumbnail right there.
maybe a tissue or something?
I mean, you were holding one.
Oh, yeah.
What'd you do with it? I gave you a napkin and you threw it on the ground.
All right.
I'll get some paper towels. It's a good look for you.
Nice. I like that he was like, I haven't worn this short in forever.
The shirt?
The short.
Hold
No,
it
the short.
Fucking kill me.
Yeah. When someone back there wants to.
Oh, hey!
And then you got the Sausage Fest sign
Oh yeah,
going
look at that.
nuts.
It's back there going
It's
nuts
like-
too.
Dude, this is a
And his
fucking
shirt and everything
rave.
looks
Down,
awesome.
Down,
Oh
down.
man, that looks great.
Look at the drips. Look at the drips on the side of it.
Oh no, whip it, don't whip it.
Gavin, look at the drip.
Holy shit. Dude, make it red. It looks like you got blood coming out of your fucking ear.
Oh, there you go. Oh.
Wait.
It's
It's,
still kinda
orange.
orange.
It's
It's
still
still orangey.
Oh,
I think that's as red as they can get
yeah,
right
your
there,
shirt's
yeah.
pretty red.
Yeah, the shirt looks
I like
good.
how you keep opening your mouth more.
Wow,
I
the
like how
Achievement
bleeding
logo from
keys-
the-
Oh, that's
yeah,
pretty
nice.
nice
Yeah.
there.
And their key
it's
back
always
there is
orange on
awesome.
my
Yeah, your ear sucks.
Look at that logo. The logo
Oh,
looks
there you go.
good
It's pretty
with
red now.
Oh yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
This is how we
that's
should
right.
test shirt design.
Now it's like brown.
Now look at this logo. Doesn't look as good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the logo
yeah.
on the.
Can we
one-
key that out?
The one in the table doesn't look as good.
Guys, we are so easily entertained.
Yeah, but that's the best part about this podcast. We just come out here, broadcast changes some colors, and we just go, hey! And then the podcast is over. You know, we're 27 minutes in. I got nothing. Are we done? Is it over?
Wait, I got something.
Oh, Jack's got something.
I got something for entertainment for about 5 minutes. Here we go.
I like Jeremy literally just opened and closed the arms on his sunglasses. That's all he did. He just went like this. The only 4K I watch at home is either Netflix, because I have 4K television, and it's
That's
like
a lot
has
more
Netflix
money
app.
per month than the normal Netflix.
No, it isn't.
It's like $5 more, isn't it?
What?
It's like $2.
No.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's like an extra $2, maybe $3. I don't know.
You're rich. What do you care?
Oh, damn, dude! What? Blasted.
In response to
Blasted.
Jack.
I remember another guy that used to say that all the time.
Lost the chat. Let's get away from that.
In response to Jack and the E3 thing. If Rockstar,
bitch.
I don't know, does Rockstar make? Does Rockstar make announcements at E3?
They've made a couple.
Doing that with you and Michael, first time I've ever talked in a video game ever on a headset.
It's so funny.
Like even like,
By the way, if you're listening to audio and you've never played Halo, this one sucks.
Oh yeah.
This podcast is the worst.
right? Oh yeah. But like,
I mean, probably even worse if you played Halo and you don't like it.
right.
Yeah. See, I'm sitting here. I started at Halo 3, so I'm like, all right, yeah, cool.
Hey, well, no, Halo 2.
really? You didn't
I
play
didn't play Halo 2 either. So
Yeah, I started. I got high-speed internet to play Halo 2.
Halo 2
Yeah.
I played the
I was
most of, but
17.
Halo 3 was the best one.
Halo 3
3
was a
great.
lot of fun. But like as of like not ever talking to people on the thing, the only time that ever really came up was in Halo Reach. Like Michael said, he was part of like a clan in Gears of War and stuff like that.
I always forget about Reach. It's
I was
such a
part of a
forgotten
clan in Halo Reach, kind of like because like I played a couple games with this group that all had the same little clan tag in front of it or whatever, right? And they were like, oh, this guy's pretty good. We'll invite him in. And so once I went in, they sent me a message like, join our clan, and I just did it. And then they were like, all right, you got a mic? No. Like I had one, didn't plug it in, so they were just like, all right, fuck it. You know what? We're gonna call you Doug. And like for the rest of the thing, it was so funny.
That's
it was so
awesome.
funny because it was like the four of us, and the three of them would be like, all right, we got a guy over in the cliffs. He's gonna say, oh no, Doug's gonna get him, and I'd be like sneaking up behind him. It was like, and every now and again I'd be
That's
standing next to
great.
them in Halo, right? And they go like, all right, so we're gonna run around the right, and blah blah blah. All right, you got that, Doug? And I would just go. And that was it. It's like,
I'm Doug.
my
As
voice
he's
direction.
looking at his headset, like,
It was right there. But I was like, no, fuck it. I like being Doug.
Yeah, I'm not wearing one of the masks.
You ain't blobbing
No,
out.
I'm not blobbing. I don't know what that is. and I'm not going to do it.
Fucking Mr. Blobby, he's right there.
No, it's literally
right there on the fucking shelf.
Okay.
Hey, welcome to Off Topic episode number 29. This episode sponsored by H1Z1 and Blue Apron. And Gavin, fuck. I heard someone whisper from broadcast, "Oh my god."
I just want.
As you
why
just
is my
poured the
arm
coffee
wet?
all over your face, because dedication though, I'll give you that.
Yeah.
Because there's no mouth hole.
Was it hot?
Yeah.
Yeah, he just made it.
Yeah, we gotta be honest. I was gonna do.
I'm glad we're getting Mr. Blobby going global.
Mr. Blobby. So, do you want to give a quick
He looks like
description
a.
of who Mr. Blobby is? For
He looks
people
like a.
that don't know.
He looks like a soft spotted dildo.
He does look like he does look spotted. Here's the best part. Like, Lindsay bought that thing for Gavin, and she bought these masks for his
Yeah.
birthday. It was like, when the fuck was your birthday?
Lindsay's
When
probably
is
the
it?
most
Isn't it-
thoughtful.
Wait, did it happen yet? When the fuck is your birthday?
It was
Come-
in the middle of May.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Happy birthday. though.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah, of
Cheers.
course. So you weren't here. Whatever. Okay.
I wished you a happy birthday at the time.
But she bought that little plushie, and that came a couple days ago. You got it. The first thing you said was like, "Oh, the proportions are all wrong." Like, as soon as he held it, he's like, "Oh, it's all off."
The legs are longer. It's fine. It's fine. You know that Gears of War 4 Elite controller?
Yeah,
It's nice.
yeah.
It's $200.
It's insanity, is what it is.
That's like buying another 100. You could get the console.
Yeah.
No, $200 is a lot to pay, but that controller looks awesome. It
does.
I'm a total controller.
Here's what I
freak, but I don't think I'm gonna.
I hear you and I agree with you. What I will say is that we are huge fans of Epic Games.
Oh, I love it.
Love Epic
I don't
Games.
know- I don't
I've
know.
done so
They're
many
great.
Let's Plays
I've-
of Epic Games.
I have said
Tons
this.
of support to Epic.
I don't know how many times like we've said this. Like, we love Gears of War.
Love Gears of War.
Yeah.
Nobody else does.
We support
We
it.
love it. We
Wholeheartedly.
support it. We
All the
play it
time.
all the time. Remember all those like Gears 1 remastered
Bro,
videos?
we
we
Easter
made?
egg
All of them.
videos.
We
We
did
did Gears
beta.
of War.
Someone
Gears
played the whole
Judgment.
of Gears
You
Judgment.
know, we remember when we started
Gears
playing all the
Judgment.
Gears Judgment and like we lost the footage or something.
Yeah,
and just didn't put it up. So I'm just saying, like, if
We've probably
someone
done-
forced a controller on me, I'd be
How
like,
many
thank
millions
you,
of video
thank you
views
so
have we-
much. You know, like I just got you
Lovingly.
guys like tens of millions of views, and you just gave me a controller. Like, thanks.
Guys, seriously, that was above and beyond. They didn't need to do
Yeah,
that.
yeah. They
They
didn't.
don't preemptively don't need to do that for us.
They don't.
We're still
They
gonna
don't.
play. We're still gonna love
We'll still
Epic
play.
Games.
I'm gonna
Still
play Gears of War 4, whether you
Yeah.
send us free Gears of War controllers or not. I think you should.
Loved
But
loved
we're gonna play
Paragon.
Yeah.
Played the shit out of Paragon.
Oh yeah. we should stop talking. Right, I'm sure they can't hear it. It's just dead silence
It's like
now.
a rat pissing in the wall.
It's a rat pissing in the wall.
Now that's a good name for a band.
Most animals, you don't hear them piss, right? They gotta be like
you don't live
get-
where Matt lives.
They gotta be
Yeah,
like
it's true.
big
You get a
animals.
big enough
You
rat,
have never
can
heard
fucking
my
hear
cat.
it.
My cat takes really loud pisses.
No.
He pisses against the
I mean,
plastic.
I would count a cat. I'm saying something like, have you ever heard like a frog piss?
Yes. I came.
I mean, he got me.
I've got video of it. I came.
Wow!
I came home.
All right,
Why do you
forget
have
it.
that?
All right, I'll just leave now.
I came home and
I've got video
There
of
was a
it.
toad sat on my doorstep, and I was like, Jesus! And then I looked at it, and
don't
it just
think that
pissed all over my mat, all over all down the wall on the mat.
But did it make a sound? It just went.
I
It
mean,
wasn't like.
we'll have to turn up the volume of the video. We'll do some analysis, but I'm pretty sure I could hear it.
I'm just saying, like most like small animals, like you don't even hear them piss.
And then a
It
moth.
just goes.
A moth then flew into my
Did you
mouth.
fucking film that pissing too?
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah. It didn't piss, but it went in my mouth. I once had a tree that was just riddled with caterpillars, so I like pulled some leaves off and I put them in this little pot so I
Yeah.
could just keep them all and they would turn into butterflies. And I left them out, and then a bird came down and ate every single one of them right in front of me. So it was just like, wow, it's like a buffet.
Yep. Yep.
And you were just like, I guess I'm powerless to stop this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nature.
I was watching
He's like,
from my
hey,
window.
nature put him in that jar and right out for the
It's a
birds.
feeding frenzy. Dude, my cat is so smart. It had a urine infection once.
That is smart.
And it went
So,
to the doctor
to
and
let-
got it checked out.
To let me know, he jumped up on the bed and pissed blood on me. Just on the covers, on my chest.
Dude,
and I was
speaking
like, you are not well.
was-
And he just like pissed a little bit. He's like, look at that, blood. And I was like, damn. We took him to the vet and he got a tablet. That is
You
smart
bought him a
cat work.
fucking tablet? What does he play on it?
Think of an answer.
Is
right?
there cat games on
I
tablets?
just don't approve of the joke.
It didn't meet the Gavin standard.
Nobody fucking says tablet.
What is
It's a
it?
fucking pill.
Oh. You don't say tablet?
You said I gave my cat a tablet.
No, but like, what is a tablet to you? Like, aside from like a thing that you carve
it's
into
just
or
a
an
pill. That's what I just, yeah.
So you've never taken a tablet? In your colloquialisms, you've never done one?
No, I would never say I've taken a tablet.
What do you put in your dishwasher?
A tablet.
A
tablet?
Yeah.
It's soap.
A tablet. Yeah,
tablet.
it is.
It's powder, so it's not.
I mean,
I
Mine's
pour it
a
like that,
little
and
tablet.
It's powder, so.
Are you in the past? Do you live in the past?
No, I get this, right? I open my dishwasher, I open the little tray, I pour in the powdered soap, close
No, I
the
just-
tray.
I just
and
do
then
this.
Dude,
close
same.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is something.
Just saying, but do you feed that to your cat? No.
That's a good point.
You know, no, you don't. You put it in the dishwasher.
You're like a
You're
you're
very
like
mistaken.
you're like a more progressive non-Jew hating Hitler.
I can see that.
Yeah, right.
I can see that. He's saying you're not as bad.
That's
You
true.
don't hate
Pull up a
don't
stool.
hate an entire group of people indiscriminately,
Griffin, be on this.
but you are terrible in every way. Hey, buddy,
Not every way. Sorry.
Griffin, how much of a piece of shit do you think I am?
can I have a kiss to
I
prove
haven't
we're
seen you
married?
in a while. So
See?
I don't know.
I don't
don't
know
know.
what you did to Egg though, because she was a beautiful little friendly kitten when I was there, and then I came back and she's.
Do you think it was the time you stuck your finger up her ass?
Yeah,
She liked that, and that was an accident.
it was not an accident. It
Why
was
do you
not
think
an
she
accident.
like that?
Well, she
Did
didn't
you
hate
pull her
it.
after?
No, I
Were
just
you
picked-
like, oh man, you like that, right? I'll do it again. What?
I've never done it twice. Yeah,
She didn't say no.
He
True.
was he was
Talk
a
about
tease
fingering
with
the
her.
cat.
She was like
They
going
did
through
it.
heat because we hadn't gotten her fixed yet and we didn't realize it was going to happen that soon. She was so
Yeah.
kitten-like.
She
you
was
know?
still like
That happens
meowing
way
and then
earlier
backing
than
her
Earlier,
vagina
yeah.
into stuff.
She was indoor only, but she was still desperate to get outside, and she was just like yowling. And her whole, she would like every time she got close to you, she would like put her butt up in the air. I think you just teased her too long because you'd pet her, and she was like, "When is this gonna get to the next
I didn't know
level?"
I was like building her up to some sort of climax. I was just stroking her and be like, "Oh, it's okay, you'll be done with this soon," and she'd be like,
If you could change one physical feature of yours, what would you change? Like if you could just not without surgery, just like snap your fingers.
"I'd make my nose bigger."
Just go for broke. I'd probably maybe be a little taller.
Okay.
If
but
I
it
were
you,
doesn't
break
help
dance
'cause
or
I'm skinny.
anything.
If I were you,
Yeah.
I'd ask for less spidery hands.
Here's or
This is not an opportunity to
It's-
say no.
Sorry.
Just so you know.
Like shit on me. Though.
All right.
it is.
Well, I feel like we
Here
should all
goes-
do ourselves, and then we
what
should all
he
do
did a
each
little
other.
bit.
It is, but I get it though, because my fingers are fucking long.
Yeah, like
But-
you could touch someone's brain with those.
You want me to try?
I mean, you could
right now.
Guess what we're doing tomorrow?
Having
we
sex.
are. Well, Millie will be there
No, we're not having
That's
sex.
tomorrow. What's wrong?
Kat was here yesterday. Your lovely now wife.
Hey.
And
She told me about the
Where's
conversation.
the ring?
about
Where's
this.
the ring?
Yeah, where's the ring? Show it.
Oh,
She was here, and we were over at the achievement hunter office, and you were over here getting ready to shoot on the spot, which is where we are right now. And she's like, "Oh, did Jeremy go over already?" I'm like, "Yeah, he went over." And she's like, "Oh, if somebody let me in the building." So I go, "Oh, I'll walk you over." So I walk over and we're just talking, and we were talking about RTX, and I mentioned the podcast. So we just talked about it. I'm like, "Oh, hey, we're doing a podcast," and I'm like, "Yeah, I think Jeremy's on it. I'm pretty sure." And she's like, "Oh yeah, I get. He just found out." I'm like, "What do you mean?" And she's like, "Well, the schedule came out," and he's like, "Oh, I guess I'm on this." And I'm like, "Motherfucker! Like, I know for a fact I talked to Jeremy and said, like, I said this to Kat. I'm like, fuck Jeremy. I was like, you want to be on the podcast?" He's like, "Oh yeah, sure." And then every time, like, even with this podcast, usually like 2 days beforehand, I'm like, "Oh, you want to be on the podcast?" And then Friday morning, he goes, "Wait, am I on this?"
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you said so. "Oh yeah,
Nothing.
no. I'm sure I did. I just don't remember
He's
it."
busy working on the Camp Rap.
No, I just got
Yeah, bro.
It's just funny.
No, Michael
Yeah.
today, like I'm always, if I'm editing something, you know, I got my headphones on, I'm listening to it, and with raps, I'm listening to it really loud.
Oh, I know. I've
Like,
been hearing them all.
And
Yeah.
then,
Once I walked in, I'm like, "Oh, Joel, huh?"
yeah, how's that Joel thing? Because it was just like Joel and Caboose. But like I was listening to it, and Michael was saying something to me about the Connect game, and
And
like,
I can see he's got one
I
headphone
have one
off.
off,
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
It's the one on the
headphone
opposite
off
side.
means though, like, I'm listening in case
Yeah,
someone
I'm
needs
conscious
to talk.
that's in the room.
usually
Right.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
means I'm working. Normally I'd be like, "Hey, like, get your attention
yeah.
first."
no, like I can't multitask, so that's just for show.
Right. It doesn't mean anything.
Like, so I'm working, and then like I paused the thing because you know I was like moving stuff around, and I can hear Michael go, "I'm talking to you and looking at you."
Yeah, I'm like, "So we're gonna do kung fu for Connect, blah blah blah, yada yada," and he's like not acknowledging it. And some people are like, like
Yeah.
while they don't look at you, and Jeremy's
Yeah.
not that
Nothing.
person. So the fact that he hasn't looked at me in like 12 seconds, I'm just like, "Yeah, then we're gonna do this and blah blah blah," and I'm like, "Jeremy, I am talking to you and looking directly at you." I'm just like, "What?" Oh shit.
Where are we?
There is a video that came out fairly recently where Jeff said something in the video, and then I was just doing whatever, and I go, "I wish I was joking right now, but I did not hear a word you just said." I was not listening at all.
My biggest piece of advice is make new friends at RTX.
But
Like,
keep the old.
people come to RTX like expecting, like, I'm going to meet all these people, and they're like, I'm going to meet, Bernie and Jeff and you know,
Here's the
Gus
thing you gotta
and
understand
all the
about
Cheat
that.
Hunters.
You will definitely meet all of those people.
Let's say that.
It's a joke. It's not true.
Yeah.
My number one rule for RTX, for people going, and this is for any con, is bring fucking hand sanitizer.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
That's a
too.
huge
Yeah.
one.
Both for
Like,
you and everyone else.
yeah, just do it. You're gonna be touching, like you're going to different booths, playing games, like picking up a controller. Everyone's touching.
Someone's
the
gonna wipe their
bathrooms, all the
nose and
handles
start
and
playing.
everything.
Just
Yeah.
constantly use it, like every time.
Most people, like at Rooster Teeth, wipe their butts with their hands.
I
you
do.
know? Yeah.
Right?
You
And
do.
then, oh yeah, and then I eat a burger.
Right.
I
And then someone goes, "Ew! Did you get burger on my hand?"
I eat burgers that fall out of people's mouths.
I'm
I
gonna
don't
win
care.
this. All right. The cats went to the vet yesterday.
Okay.
Our two cats, like, because just finally had to go to the vet. And yeah, they said exactly what we thought they would say. They're like, yeah, they're pretty good. Booker's fat, and then
Yeah.
just move on. Yeah,
Booker's
that's
kind of
it.
a fat
Yeah.
cat.
Booker is a fat ass. Like
he's
he
like
loves.
the friendliest cat, too.
He's so friendly because he thinks everyone has food. Like, if you walk into the house, like my cat will run because you both have fed my cats before, I
Yes.
think.
Yeah.
And like so, yeah, Booker will run up to you as soon as you go
Yeah.
in and start meowing because
Scooter's
he's
a
like,
little
He's like
shy,
rubbing
yeah.
up against you and
yeah,
stuff. He's
it's
like,
like,
"Hey,
you will give
hey."
me food. So they're like, they go, you gotta separate their food bowls because they think that Booker's eating his and then starting to eat
Yes,
Scooter's.
probably.
Yeah.
So like you gotta separate them because then they'll only eat their own. And also, if Booker wants to eat Scooter's food, he has to walk all the way over there,
There
so
you
he'll
go.
lose some weight.
Nice.
And like, yeah,
he's
he's
lazy
fat.
enough. He just lies over. He's like,
He's
"It's not worth it." Second
so
bowl.
bad. He's to the point where you can push him with your foot, and he'll go, and then he won't get
Flop
back
over.
up.
Oh, there you go. There's
Hey,
Jeremy
Booker and
Cat.
Scooter! Hey, guys! Oh, Booker's the fat black one.
He
Cute.
looks so happy.
Yeah, I mean, they love life, but they're just like fucking
Cats out there. Could they not?
assholes.
Goodness.
I have no idea who lives in the house next to me. I've seen
really?
like 3 different families there. And like I have no idea. And like literally like
If only there was some way you could find out.
and it varies. I'm not going over there.
It's all a
it
ghost story.
varies.
No one
like,
goes there.
Crazy.
like one
Heaven
night.
forbid I'd be neighborly.
If I knew their
Hello.
email, I
No,
would
fuck
email
that.
them.
No, it was like
Jeremy's doing it right.
it was
You
like
don't
2
need to be
a.m.
neighbors.
one night, and like I was just watching something, and I'm like laying down in bed, and I just heard people screaming over in the next house. There's just a guy, just started yelling out of nowhere, and he was going, "What do you want me to fucking do?" And he's yelling at the top of his lungs like over and over again. I was like, I went and woke up Kat because I was sleeping upstairs like that night, like because I like to sleep upstairs every now and again if I'm working. So I went and woke her up. I was like, "Why don't you come why don't you come up here? Like not next to where they're at, just in case. And I'm gonna listen and make sure no one gets fucking shot.
Are you sure Michael wasn't your neighbor?
And then, like, a couple weeks later, I'm out in my driveway. I pull in after going grocery shopping or whatever. And this guy walks over, who I've never seen at the house before, where he's like, you know, oh, hey neighbor, how you doing? And like talking to me, nicest guy like I've ever talked to. He like literally saw my groceries, like, oh, well, I see that brand of cheese you bought. It's a good brand. I buy that too. Like, wow. Like, okay. And like he was like talking to me about my fence. Like someone was like, whoever.
Did he look like this?
Someone Someone rebuilt we had someone come and rebuild a part of our fence because it was like really shitty. And then they did a shitty job rebuilding the fence, apparently, because the guy walked over the fence. He's like, I know you just had this rebuilt, right? Like, yeah. And he goes, well. And he like pushed on the fence, and the whole fence swung out a little bit. Oh, wow. Like it's not attached to the rest of the fence, like just that one panel. It's just like, like pulling out. He's like, I probably want to fix that up. And I was like, oh well, thanks man for telling me that. I was like, yeah, enjoy that cheese. And then he walked away. I was like, that was a good guy.
Enjoy that cheese.
He's a great guy. But you just reminded me of living in an apartment. When I first moved into an apartment, when I moved down here to work for Rooster at the beginning, about 5 months. I only had 3 pieces of furniture. I had a TV stand with a TV on it at my desk, and I had an arrow bed. And that was it. I lived in one room in my apartment, and I slept on an arrow bed for like 5 months working here. But one of the nights, I was laying on the arrow bed. It was pretty late at night. And this sounds like I'm making it up, but I'm not. The noise I would hear from outside my apartment, in the apartment complex, was a guy yelling, he was going, shut the fuck up! And then right after it, you would hear a piano playing Frosty the Snowman. It was going, bling, ding, 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 ding. And then the guy would yell again, and then Frosty the Snowman would play. And I was laying there like, I don't even know how to handle this situation. It was like the most bizarre thing.
That's incredible.
Like, just the guy going, shut up! Bling, ding, 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 ding. Like it sounded like you had a little piano and pre-programmed.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
That's
I was
beautiful.
like, cause Kat wasn't living with me at the time, and so I was texting her like, I'm gonna die or something. Like some
You're
like
okay.
I'm gonna die.
like some like some murderer with a snowman head on.
You're from Boston, just go, hey.